Today's video will be on simplifying ratios. Our learning goals for today: by the end of the lesson, you'll be able to simplify given ratios, you'll be able to simplify ratios involving fractions, and you'll be able to change quantities into the same units and then simplify ratios. Okay, so our key ideas today. So a ratio is simplified by dividing both numbers in the ratio by their highest common factor, so their HCF. So for example, the ratio 12 to 25 can be simplified as 3 to 5. So for instance, we've got 15 and we've got 25. So we just list their factors. So we have 1 and 15. We have 3 and 5. For 25, we've got 1 and 25, and we've got 5. So obviously our highest common factor is 5. So if we divide both of those numbers by 5, so 15 to 25, we're going to divide both by 5. That's how we get the 3 is to 5. That would be our simplified ratio. So it's convention to express the ratios in their simplest form. So if you did get a ratio like 15 to 25, you should actually simplify it. And ratios in the simplest form use only whole numbers. So you can't go into the decimals, you have to keep it as whole numbers. And if you start with a decimal, you should probably go the opposite way. So before ratios are simplified, the quantities must be expressed in the same unit. So always the same units, otherwise we can't really simplify them if we're comparing, two different things. So if a ratio is expressed with fractions, it is simplified by converting the quantities to whole numbers, and the way we do that is we just multiply them by the lowest common denominator. Okay, so we've just got some worked examples here. So for our first one, A, we've got 7 is to 21. So we're going to simplify that. So we're going to find our highest common factor. So if you're not sure, you can write out all the factors. Obviously, hopefully that's pretty obvious. The highest common factor is going to be 7. So you're going to divide both sides by 7. Divide both sides by 7, and you're going to get 1 is to 3 as your ratio there. Okay, so for B, you have 450 is to 200, and we're going to simplify that. Again, you can list the highest common factors, or you can look at that and go, I'm going to assume it's 50, I'll have a go at that. So 450 divided by 50 is going to give me 90. No, it's not going to give me 9. 9 is 2, and 200 divided by 50 is going to be 4. So that would be a simplified ratio. Obviously, we're just going to leave it like that because that's at the lowest we can go before we get into decimals. So for C, we've got 3 over 5 is to 1 over 2. So we've got a fraction here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find our lowest common denominator. So the lowest common denominator of 5 and 2. So over here, I'm going to write lowest common denominator of 5 and 2. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. For 5, we've got 5, 10. So our lowest common denominator is going to be 10, so we're going to multiply both by 10. So when you're calculating, you're going to write 3 divided by 5 times 10, and that will give you an answer of 6. On the other side, you're going to do 1 divided by 2 times 10, and that will give you 5. So 6 is to 5 is the simplified version for C. I'm just going to clear the screen because I'm running out of room. Okay, so for D, we've got 2 and 1/3 is to 1 and 1/4. So first we're going to convert that to an improper fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we've got 7 over 3 is to 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, 5 over 4. Again, we're going to find our lowest common denominator of 3 and 4. Possibly you can do that in your head. I'll just show you the steps. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 4, 8, 12. Here we go. Our lowest common denominator is 12. So in your calculator, you're going to multiply both by 12. So 7 divided by 3 times 12 will give you 28 is to 5 divided by 4 times 12 will give you 15. So that will be your answer there. 28 is to 15. Then for E, we've got 0.2 is to 0.14. So we don't leave our ratios as decimals, we turn them into whole numbers. So to get them both into whole numbers, I've done a decimal point here. So to get both of those into whole numbers, we're going to have to multiply one by 100. So 0.2 times 100 is going to give us 20. And 0.14 multiplied by 100 is going to give us 14. So our ratio would be 20 is to 14. Going to have to clear the screen again. So for F, we've got 4 millimeters is to 2 centimeters. So we can't simplify that just yet because we're looking at different units. So you can convert them both, so you've got to convert them both, into similar units. So we're going to convert the 2 centimetres into the 4 millimetres. So if you've got 2 different units, it's easier to convert to the smaller unit, so in this case, millimetres. So 4 millimetres is to 20 millimetres. From there, you've got 4 is to 20, because now they're the same unit, and you can simplify that. So that's 1 is to 5. No, it's not. Where's my rubber? Yes, it is. Okay, anyway, G. So this one we've got 25 minutes is to 2 hours. So again, we've got 2 different units. I'm going to convert the 2 hours to minutes, just so it's in the smaller unit and they're the same. So it's 25 minutes is to 120 minutes. So that's 25 to 120. We can divide those by their highest common factor. So if you're not sure of their highest common factor, again, obviously you'd write this below. I'm just running out of space. So you can do 25 and 120. So what we've got 1 and 25, and we've got 5. For 120, we've got 1, 120, 2, 70, 60. Something just fell down in the room. 2 and 60, 3 and 40, 4 and 30, and then we've got 5 and 24. Yep, so our highest common factor then is obviously going to be 5, so we can divide both of those by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is going to be 5, 120 divided by 5, 24, yes, I was right, is 24. So our simplified ratio will be 5 is to 24. And that's all we've got for today's video.